Hi guys, welcome to my channel. As you can see, I am in a completely different setting here and my hair is not done yet. When I was trying to think of a new video to shoot today, I thought of an idea that I've been wanting to do probably since the very start of this channel, was to do an Elvis hair tutorial. Today I want to do Elvis's hair in 1969. The reason I've chosen this year is because that's what my hair is cut for and that's my favorite year of Elvis's career, but also because there are a million tutorials on how to do Elvis's 50s or early 60s hairstyle on YouTube, but there are none for 70s or the late 60s like 1969. The products that I'm using in this video are American Crew's Liquid Wax, which has medium shine and medium hold. I just find it to be a very good pre-styler. It controls your hair and gets rid of the frizz without really putting a lot of hold into your hair, so it feels stiff, which is one thing that Elvis's hair definitely was not in 1969, was stiff. Next we have boosting powder, also by American Crew. I've tried a lot of different boosting powders out from different brands. I've found that American Crew's is the best. That's why you can find it at most stores. It gives you the volume that you need for this cut, in addition to getting rid of a lot of the shine that you just got from the liquid wax, but keeps that hold. Now for tools you're going to be using for this cut, your brushes. You're going to have a paddle brush and a round brush. Really, you can get by using either one of these. I don't recommend a comb for this cut, but either one of these will work, and I do use both of them. I also have this pretty pink blow dryer. My blow dryer just broke, and I found this on the clearance rack at Target for $15. So I figured I might as well get it. If you have this control nozzle on the end of it, that really helps for this cut, but you don't really need it. I definitely recommend taking off your diffuser, because for this cut you're really going to need to use this nozzle to bring the sides back. Now let's start out with getting all the knots or tangles or cowlicks out of your hair just by brushing it straight down. Nice and simple, you know, kind of change of habit like, or kind of Mo Howard like as well. You can really see Elvis did use this cut a little bit in February of 1970 and March of 1970. I'm kind of just bringing this at a diagonal now to try to make it naturally start going off to the side, kind of Justin Bieber like. Next, you're going to use your spray bottle. I don't want you to completely douse your hair in water. This is kind of just a light mist that you're going to put throughout your hair to just tame it a little bit. Now, as you can see, my hair looks virtually the same, but the very top layer got a whole lot of water, so just kind of go through your hair. Take your round brush, and you're going to do the part. This is the most important part, pun intended there, of this cut. I definitely recommend when you first get out of the shower with your freshly washed and wet hair that you part it then, because that's just kind of going to naturally enforce this part, so your hair starts doing it automatically and you really don't need to put in as much work with it. Now Elvis's part in 1969 was no longer off on the side of his head like it was in the 50s and the early 60s. It was starting to go at a diagonal. It starts right here at this part of your eyebrow, and goes back and then slowly curves around the back of your hair. So you can see that it goes on a diagonal. It's not a big diagonal. You're not going to be parting your hair up here, but there is a slight curve to it. Now you're going to start with your first product, a little bit of liquid wax. So I'm just going with about that much product. Put it through your hands and brush it straight back into your hair. Forget about the part. It's just naturally going to fall. See how it fell? It fell right there into the part. Especially work it into the sides. You're going to feel if it's actually gripping your hair. You may need a little bit more on the sides. The top, don't really worry about that much, but on the sides, you definitely want enough product to be able to make it go back. Now see how my hair on the sides is going back like that? This part's kind of falling over because your hair is layered for this cut. That's something you really need to tell your barber. This is a layered feathered cut to make sure that it feathers back. because if they just cut your hair straight down, it's not gonna work. I just cut my hair last night. I gave myself a little trim, and I didn't really take any length off. I just combed my hair straight back on the sides and worked the thinning shear through right here to make it feather back like this. And it really works really well. With the back of your hair, you want it below your ear. Make sure that your barber isn't tapering it here because you want this to fall around the back of your ear. And the front is about eyebrow level, and it slowly gets longer as you get into this part. Then once you get past the crown, it's a little bit shorter, and then it gets long again. So your hair is kind of going through this roller coaster of lengths as you go through it, but it works for the cut. It really does. Like you could see in certain pictures when Elvis is playing football in Change of Habit, that this part of his hair is much shorter than this part. See? Next, I'm just gonna take the blow dryer and just blow your hair straight back. Now see, your hair is pretty much dry. By the time you actually get to the blow drying part, the water is pretty much gone from your hair. Now actually, it's starting to look pretty darn cool already. Like, if I were to walk away right now, you can get away with this being your 1969 cut. It works pretty darn well. But you can make it better simply by applying our next product, which is your boosting powder. Now you really want to put a lot of this in this diagonal part of your hair, on the bridge between the top and the sides. That's where when you're really gonna need a lot of this powder, and it literally is a powder. It's like powdered sugar. And put a little bit in the top. You're gonna see it falling out in front of you. And lastly, just go through the sides. It's going all in front of me. Now you're gonna look like you have dandruff if you really don't. Put it into your hair. You really want it to really get in there at the roots, because that's where it's gonna do its job. It is a boosting powder, it's a volume powder. Now, I want you to take a little bit of water. I know you think this is counterproductive because this is a mattifying finished product that we just put in. Take a little bit of water, just go through the sides. What came out there than I expected. Now take your round brush, and I just kind of want you to spin it to pull it out. It's going to give it that volume that you really want. Spin it like that, and really get up there into the area where you go into the part. And brush this part straight back. This part right here where the part is goes off to the side. This part goes a little bit forward, but it's going forward and to the side. And this part, once again, is going back. So you got this whole different direction hair thing going on, where this part's going back, this part's going back, this part's going back, this part's going to the side, this part's going forward, and then this part is going to the side and then back. It's going to wrap around your head. Now, just kind of shake it out a little bit to get that natural volume in there. Use your hands to get in. Now really, any kind of texture powder is going to work for this cut, but that is the most vital product here. If you're just trying to use another product, it's not going to work very well. The texture powder is the key to this. Now that's it. That is your finished product, and it looks pretty darn awesome. This is very, very 1969. Hey guys, update. One thing I forgot to tell you when I was shooting that video, I shot it probably about an hour ago. This specific look, this 1969 look, it really works best if you let the product sit for a while. I'm not saying just to put the product in and then let it harden where it was. I mean, put it in just like I did in the video, then let it sit for about an hour or so. Then use your hands again and kind of just touch it up, and that's when the product really shines.
Look at this. That is perfect. This is perfect 1969 look. Now back to me.
So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a comment below, leave a like. It really does help out the channel. It tells YouTube to put my videos higher in the algorithm so more people find them. Until next time, TCB, thank you very much.